All right, guys, we're doing a personal break for myself, Sean. 2015-16 Leaf Metal Hockey 1-of-1 proofs. Each box is guaranteed to have 3 1-of-1 proof cards inside the box. Obviously looking for probably Connor McDavid here, I would assume. So, there we go.
Yeah, Eichel, I think, is the big lead.
Eichel?
Yeah, Jack Eichel.
All right. All 1-of-1s. We got Jesse, Poole, whatever. Yeah. Pre-production, Prismatic Red. Yeah, Brady Gilmore. Opaque. And then we have Paul Henderson.
I thought they were all autographed.
No, good lord, it would be
Not
30.
that
What,
price.
yeah, not at that price for it. That'd be awesome. Max LaJoy. Julian Gutierrez, and Vladislav Tretiak.
Tretiak? The
Tretiak,
goalie?
I guess. Yeah, he's a goalie. I can tell by the.
He's the guy at the 1980. He's one of the best goalies of all time.
All right.
Seriously, he was the goalie in the.
I believe you.
I'm pretty sure.
I believe you. There you go.
Yeah. At the time, I think they said he was considered the best goalie on the best team in the world.
Interesting. All right, guys. There you go. Have fun. But you think back to the primaries, guys. Trump was leading by a lot, and he won. But I think the liberal media could be lying to us. You look at the bottom of those polls when you see them. First of all, how many times have you ever been polled by a major news organization? Has ABC, CNN, Fox even, has anybody ever called you and tried to poll you on this? Who are they polling, first of all? Because I've never been polled, and I'm damn near 40 years old. Second of all, the margin of error at the bottom is usually like 7%. But most of the polls have her within 3 to 7%. So if you do her up or her down, him up, he might be beating her by 11 or 12%. Who knows? But they lie to you. So you don't know. You don't know. And the big thing, go to YouTube or go to Facebook and look at your feed and look at the Hillary rallies. Hers take place in high school gymnasiums with empty seats. His takes place in like football stadiums with no empty seats and people waiting outside. It just doesn't make any sense. What they're telling you versus what you can actually see with your eyes if you have sense. I'm not saying that he's going to win or not going to win, but it just definitely feels very weird. You get 5-1 odds on Hillary or that Hillary's going to win? I'd probably take a piece of that. 5-1. I'd take a little Trump action. Minimum bet 1,000. Ooh, you're tempting me, to be honest with you. I'd feel more comfortable with 100 just because I'm not a big gambling guy. Other than this gambling here. That's all this is.
That's Sean's gambling there.
That's all it is. So hey, time we all get together here, we'll have 1,000 to put up. Cards aren't gambling. What would you call this? This is all. It's all it is. It's pure gambling. Because if you wanted you'll buy a whole case of cards to get a $250 case hit when you could have just went out and bought the card for $250 instead of buying $5 on the case. But it's the thrill of opening. It's the thrill of getting it out of the box yourself. We all do it. It's a passion, yeah. And I'm sure that's what the poker player says too. I'm passionate about poker. I'm passionate about the slot machine. Cards are gambling, man. It can be justified any way you want to. There's a few people that truly collect, but most of us are hoping to hit that big hit, and it is entertainment, but so is gambling. I'm a collect. Well, then, but if you're really a collector, why does it matter if they're Gem 10s? It doesn't matter that if you collect the player or the card, the Gem 10 doesn't matter. You want the Gem 10 because it has the most value, and that's another way you're gambling. You're sending your card in gambling. That's going to be a 10 versus a 9. No, I don't think of myself as a Republican, more as a conservative. And I'll tell you, here's what I really think about Trump. I don't think Trump is a Republican either. Trump is he's really a third-party candidate. I would go back to like Ross Perot. Ross Perot cost Bush Sr. the second term. Clinton beat him because you had a guy that's so closely aligned with the Republican mantra that people voted for Ross Perot in droves. And ultimately, those votes got taken away from Bush, pushing Clinton into office the first time. I think if you go back past that, with the last truly third-party candidate that wasn't a third-party candidate was Eisenhower. He really didn't know which way to go, so he picks a party and he runs and he gets to be president. He was a military guy, though. He really didn't have beliefs on the kind of issues we have today. And I think Trump realizes that if he wasn't on a major party ticket, he could never win. So he picked the Republican Party because they most closely aligned to his belief system, and I think Americans are ready to hear a little change. We feel like the Clintons have sucked on the government teat just a little too long, and we like this guy that's open and blunt about things. So, but honestly, the only reason I'm voting for Trump, and I think he's a pompous jerk, but he will elect or nominate Supreme Court justices that will more closely align with my belief system. And I know that he'll at least get to nominate one. He may get to nominate up to 4, depending on if he's a two-termer. And then that could shape the foundation of our whole nation for the next 40 or 50 years. And I got kids that are growing up. I want to make sure they have the same belief systems that I do, whether you believe it or not. So there you go. I do believe he's a one-term president too. I think either candidate, regardless, will be a one-term president. He can't build the wall in one term. He can't do all the things he's promised in one term. And she's not going to do anything in one term because she's going to keep the same old dog and pony show we've saw for the last 26 years. So, anyway, Michelle, yeah, we can only hope not.